Hello, my name is John James. I'm a senior lecturer in science education and I coordinate the PGCE Science programmes, that's biology, chemistry and physics, here at the University of Bristol, which I'll talk a little more about later. I grew up in Bristol but returned to complete a master's degree at the university and then to take up my current post. I initially went into teaching because I thought the job would be both inspiring and challenging, and so it proved to be. I've worked as a science teacher, a head of department in a range of state schools, and also spent time as a local authority education advisor. At Bristol, we run a PGCE programme that prepares student teachers to become inspiring and outstanding subject practitioners in a wide range of state schools, and to prepare them for leadership roles in schools in the future. Teaching is an academic pursuit, and hence our course aims to develop our prospective teachers as both experts in their subjects and as educational professionals who are knowledgeable about pedagogy and educational research. Around a third of the PGCE year is spent in the university, and you will take part in two complementary components: subject studies and educational professional studies, EPS. Both offer opportunities to develop practical teaching skills and to reflect on educational theory and research in relationship to practice. You will be thinking and acting like a teacher. We take a long-term view of development. You will be learning to teach, not learning to survive, so building a successful, sustainable career in teaching. Our PGCE is an 11 to 18 course. We place an emphasis on preparing you to teach your specialist subject at A-level and carrying out placements in schools that have sixth forms. We work in partnership with around 70 schools that are based in Bristol and the surrounding area. The range of schools is broad and enables student teachers to experience diversity. We want them to have a good contrast between their different school placements. The university's reputation is strong with local schools, and a high proportion of our student teachers remain in the Bristol area, gaining employment in our partnership schools. Your teaching practice will take place in local schools, where you will be placed, and decisions about those schools will take place after we meet you. As tutors, we take into account your individual needs and circumstances before coming to these decisions. We know the schools and the departments within the schools very well, and we aim to find a good fit for you. It will not be a barrier for you if, rather than living within the city of Bristol, you live in one of the surrounding areas, as we have a number of partnership schools in all of those areas as well. Having had our most recent Ofsted inspection in 2018, we are proud to say that the PGCE course at the University of Bristol was judged as outstanding in all categories. You can find the report online if you would like more detail, but in a nutshell, Ofsted inspectors found the PGCE programme to prepare exceptional teachers who are professional and reflective and who have high expectations of those they teach. I'll talk now about the PGCE Science programmes. Whether learning to teach biology, chemistry or physics, much of your subject time at the university will be spent in mixed subject groups, looking at how to teach key topics in the science curriculum. The workshops are practical and active in nature. We have a dedicated teaching lab in the School of Education and use the labs down at We the Curious. That's Bristol's hands-on science centre. But we also use the latest science research, for example about the difficulties children have in learning science and misconceptions. Our specialist subject workshops are designed to help you develop your subject knowledge across all the aspects that are relevant to the school curriculum, particularly the teaching of A-level. Our PGCE Science programmes also give time to consider broader issues. What place does practical work have? How do we approach philosophical, ethical, and controversial issues in science? What's the role of ICT in the teaching of science? and to be creative. For example, developing projects that we take into Bristol schools. In recent times, we've run revision days for GCSE students and devised workshops relating to climate change, air pollution, and sustainable fashion. There is no one model for learning to teach science, but all our student teachers do share an enthusiasm for their specialist subject, the other sciences and learning. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to meeting you soon.